Hello, my name is Sasha Keogh. I'm an indie author. I write urban fantasy. I'm currently transitioning from being a hobbyist to a career author. This is the author journey. Thank you for watching this video. I have taken a couple of weeks off, not entirely on purpose. As a new author, I'm still figuring out what kind of schedule works best for me, and a steady one. A steady schedule is the kind of schedule that works best for me. I've talked before about discipline, and believe me, besides running, writing is like one of the easiest things to quit. I didn't mean to take 2 weeks off. I took the first week off to celebrate the only holiday that is about giving to strangers without expecting anything in return, Halloween. And it threw me completely out of whack. So as a quick, don't do what I did as an entrepreneur, there's really no such thing as a vacation. You've got to stay disciplined and stay on target. All right, that lecture's over. What I really want to talk about today is related to Halloween. So Halloween is a celebration of the ushering in of the dark half of the year, the time of year where you are reaping all that you've sown in the light half of the year. And that's not just about a literal harvest. It's about the efforts in the energy that you've put into your projects. So we're talking about your writer energy, your mojo, as it were. Because it's so easy to slip into the folds of time, to have months just wash over you like a tidal wave, you can lose track of all you've done in the meanwhile, while it just feels like you've been struggling and holding your breath the entire time. At the beginning of this year, I decided that this year was going to be different. I decided that I was going to work and work hard to get to where I want to be. Here are 5 ways that I focused my writer energy in a way that is becoming successful for me. Number 1. Know thyself. The very first thing that you need to do is address any personal issues you have head on. Whether that's going to see a therapist, forgiving whoever it is you need to forgive, or cutting out whoever it is you need to cut out, do that. Address the toxicities in your life. Address the poor coping mechanisms that you have, those little addictions that are just contributing to your self-destruction. Actively call them out. Why are they here? What are they doing? What problem are they trying to solve? How can I take control of my emotions, my circumstances, my life? Know yourself in and out, because those issues don't stay in the shadows. They'll start to bleed into the margins of your work, or they'll prevent you from doing your work altogether. In the beginning, you may not win every day, but if you keep showing up, you're going to wear your issues the hell out. Number 2, get hooked on a feeling. Once you've developed a traversable plane of inner peace, decide how you want to feel. This isn't necessarily about a hard goal. It's about how you want to feel in your lifestyle and developing a formula to get that feeling. Now, I'm such an American, right? I like to work hard. I like to feel busy. That makes me feel accomplished, like I'm getting things done. Because of this, I've always fallen prey to and this is a proven fact, if it seems like you enjoy your work, your employers will work you harder for the same amount of pay, no matter how low it is, because they feel justified in that, well, you like to work. That's bullshit, right? But it's true. So here's my deal. I like to work hard, and I like to be busy, but I also like to see the results of my work. I also like to feel the benefits of my work, and I like to be appreciated for the work that I do. I know that about myself. And when I have those things in my corner, I'm happy or content. But when some part of that falls through, especially if like my enthusiasm is met with like cynicism, I'm out. The moment I feel like, oh, you're not serious about getting this done, I'm out. Because I know that that's not how I want to feel about my time. I want to feel in control of my work, and that my tasks are directly contributing to the accomplishment of my goals. What I did for myself to get that feeling for my writing career is create a schedule with deadlines. I've learned to smother my procrastination with hard dates and facing the tasks that give me anxiety head on. When I reach my weekly goals, I can look at my task list and say, yeah, I did that, and I did it for me, and I did it on my own time. I wasn't just spinning my wheels. The hours that I'm putting in are turning into product that will in turn work for me. Number 3, get organized. All energy needs to be harnessed if it's going to be used. That's to say, it needs to be controlled. Your writer energy, your creativity, your entrepreneurship, your ingenuity needs to have a place to be focused. So it's time to get organized. This is where deciding what your goals are and taking tenacious bites out of them comes into play. My yearly goal has been broken down into monthly goals, which is broken down into weekly goals, so that I know day by day what it is I need to accomplish. If I have a new idea, I break it up into those same kind of pieces and I fit it into my schedule. And that's with anything, not just writing. If I want irises to bloom next year, I know that I need to have in my schedule turn the bed. A day to dig up the bulbs, a day to transplant the bulbs. That way it's not just one weekend full of hard labor that's like wrecking my writing time. The point is that when you're sowing your seeds for next year's harvest, that timetable starts today. You, today, need a plan for next year. Number 4, take responsibility. You are responsible for your success, not your friends, not your family, not your partner. You. That's some scary shit. I can definitely be the kind of person to say, well, I had a plan to do X, Y, and Z, but you wanted to do this, and now I didn't get a chance to do my writing that I said I was going to do. But that's not on anyone else but me. I'm a human being. Born a free animal, I get to decide what I do with my time. And the decisions I make, I have to own. It's important to get started as soon as possible, but it's equally as important to not be waiting on anyone else to do it. That you're not letting someone stand in the way of you taking action or holding someone else responsible for your inaction. What you can control, do control it. This attitude led me to leave the job that I had so that I could make more time to write. And I am so much happier. But I'd convinced myself that I needed that job. And so that I had to work my writing around that schedule. And so when I was so busy and so tired to not get to my writing, I was blaming my job a lot. And it wasn't true. And the same goes with relationships. It's easy to say, so-and-so was holding me back. But if anyone's holding you back, you are free to leave. You can go. Maybe it's you holding you back. Own your part of it. Take responsibility for the autonomy that you have in your circumstances so that you can begin to change your circumstances. Number 5, reflect. Never lose sight of your future goal, but also never forget where you came from. You are chipping away at something big. You are carving out an entire life out of a set of skills and an idea. With writing, books can have such a long life of their own that it feels like you've always been grinding at it without ever actually getting to feel like a writer. But the dark half of the year is all about looking back and seeing that you've made some progress, even though the year is going to start again and there's still such a long road ahead. When I reflect on this year, I see a website I've built, 1 book that I've written, 2 books that I've outlined. That's my entire Viking trilogy that I started at the beginning of this year. Practically done in a way. I see 2 paranormal erotica novellas that I've decided to go ahead and publish this year. I see the conference that I went to in New York City. I quit a job I hated, started a job I love to make more room for writing, which I love the most. I started introducing myself as a writer. By focusing my writer energy, I have gotten a lot of shit done this year, even though sometimes it really doesn't feel like it at all. Some days I feel still like this sheltered girl from South Dallas who's just kind of thrown out into the world trying to figure it all out. And I am still her, just carving my name into the dirt. And this is the year that I feel like I can call myself Sasha Keogh, the writer. I'm excited for the seedlings of energies and promising things that are coming up for me next year. And I want you there with me. So remember that even though the days are long and they're dark, tell the truth, love everyone, follow these 5 steps, focus this writer energy for your own author journey. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Sasha Keogh. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. You can also find me at sashakeogh.com. Again, I'm Sasha Keogh, and this is the author journey. Later. I'm a 29-year-old little girl.